Angeles Rams. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll try the right side here with Penny.
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home.
Gio.
Gonna open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Newman. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me.
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Goff now to throw. He finds his man Johnson. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Looking for Woods that time. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Penny, a first down carry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Penny will try to punch it in. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. From the gun to give to Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We were playing that Annie up, but we lost a couple goals.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
You hooping anyone?
Yeah, I hoop every day. Literally every day. Like training the kids and shit, but I be working out now. Like me and Mike work out every day, and then I play hoop.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I saw a tight close.
Here's Gold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
She's still young. It's just the fact that she's out there getting up shots is a good thing, getting a feel for the ball. You know what I'm saying?
He's not going to get me. Check one. Hey, shell. X3. 218. Chopper.
They'll run it with Johnson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Like, they picked that block up perfect. We just...
17.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Wrong button and 6. I knew
Into
I
double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Pressed the wrong button.
Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Press square.
And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
That should be the worst, especially when you're red zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Go, cut! Right 20! Right
54. Hey, watch the slant.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
I'm just going to stop this game.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked out by Leonard Floyd. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Let's go. Interception. All day, baby. Let's get this. Wait.
Define it, right?
I got you.
On 1st and 10, gone. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun,
Hey, look at this. He just sheds the block.
He's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Quarters on.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
36. 22, jet, cover. Right, check, 59. Bring it.
Looking to throw. Newman. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
You say he should have?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down. Goff. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely has been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
All day, just like that.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Value three. Tiger. Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. Long. He's going to take a shot, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 25 yards for the touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
I've been playing
this fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Nah, he's on PS. The one that he actually wants to join the Madden League. He beat me twice in Madden. I whipped his ass in FIFA Mad Times. I beat him. I beat Sally's cousin for $20 or $10. Then I beat
coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Off the play fake. Newman. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
He's with his cousin, his best friend, Dorito, I guess.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
But I was playing him in FIFA, and he was like, Rito doesn't join, he want to play you.
The final shot before break. Newman. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. John Johnson with the INT. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
No, I didn't beat him in Madden. I beat him 12.
Did he smack you?
No, they were a good game.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
I'm getting better in this Madden shit, you know, since I was playing again.
Honestly, you need a better team. You need to upgrade the crowd, do the offseason.
The team, alright.
You have no playmakers.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff and Stills bringing it in. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now it's Penny running right. And he's got room past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
Well, they're right down here looking for 6. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 59 mark. Check. 59.
Stop your whining.
2nd and 13. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Get ready.
Here's Penny. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
Oh, you got it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get back on track.
I have no fucking time to throw the ball.
Escape, and he goes down. Shannon Reed muscles his way in for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Goff. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 23 yards the pickup there. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Go, 12, go.
2nd and 10. Goff again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Recon, 132 fighters. Super 1. Hey, wahoo!
On 1st down, Goff. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Goff.
Come on, how does he just read the whole
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Henderson. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll toss it to Penny. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Switch.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, Penny. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. On 4th down, Newman. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now it's Penny. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Going deep here for Stills. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kenny Stills with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Oh, no.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run for it with Penny. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Back to throw. Newman. They set up the screen to Penny. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hopefully he goes in. So you're going to win.
Yeah. This game over.
Here's Penny on the counter. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
Question is, are you going to take a field goal, or are you going to try to screw it?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A man who played on this very field for USC, Everson Griffin. In there to take him down, and the clock will roll. It's complete. Stills. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll run with Penny. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Yeah, Westwood.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Good. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You trying to run one?